Okay. So today we're happy to welcome folks back to another episode of Soul Sessions. Today's special guest is Stephanie Russell, who's a colleague at AJCU and the Vice President of Mission Integration. And she's going to lead us in a little prayer today. So Steph, thanks for being with us and take it away.
Thanks, Joe. I'm so glad to be here. And I just love seeing all your faces. This just warms my heart for the day. It won't surprise you to learn that this is going to be kind of a simple time together. As you know, we've recently celebrated an anniversary of Pope Francis's letter on the care of our common home, Laudato Si. So there is that marker, but also it seems to me that during this whole time of COVID-19, at least for me, it's been good to get in touch with the created world, with nature, with myself as a creature, and my own place, kind of in the bigger scheme of things and in the cosmos. So this is what we're going to do today: is do a little reading of St. Francis's Canticle of the Sun, from which the title of Laudato Si comes. And Francis, of course, as the before his time ecologist among us, the person integrating faith and attention to nature in a way that most of his peers were not. Then we're going to do a little bit of an examen, not a little bit of an examen, it's like being a little bit pregnant, right? We're going to do an examen. and it will, the focus of that is really going to be kind of our connection to this world around us. Because for me, I easily get caught in the minutia, important as it is, and I think there's some pretty darn important minutia right now, but in the minutia of my own life and work, and get sucked into that, and I forget that I'm part of not only this wider Ignatian community, not only this wider human community, but this wider community of living sentient beings. And so just to allow us to take a deep breath, to recall after this Memorial Day weekend that summer is nearly upon us, and to give thanks for being alive and together and a part of. So why don't we just in our chairs take a couple of deep breaths. I am not going to be looking at you during this, so just consider yourself comfortable and allow that Spirit of God to enter you, to find its way down through your lungs, into your extremities, to heal, to take the toxicity of fear back out in those breaths, back out, and to breathe in peace and well-being and the love of God. So this is a word from our brother Francis. Most high, all-powerful, good Lord, yours are the praises, the glory, the honor, and all blessing. To you alone, Most High, do they belong, and no one is worthy to mention your name. Be praised through all your creatures, especially through Brother Sun, who brings the day and you give light through him. And he is beautiful and radiant in all his splendor. Of you, Most High, he bears the likeness. Praise be to you, Lord, through Sister Moon and the stars in heaven. You formed them clear and precious and beautiful. Praise be you through Brother Wind, and through the air, cloudy and serene, and every kind of weather through which you give sustenance to your creatures. Praised be you through Sister Water, which is very useful and humble and precious and chaste. Praised be you through Brother Fire, through whom you light the night, and he is beautiful and playful and robust and strong. Praised be you, my Lord, through Sister Mother Earth, who sustains and governs us, and who produces varied fruit with colored flowers and herbs. Praised be you through those who give pardon for your love, and bear infirmity and tribulation. Blessed are those who endure in peace, for by you, Most High, they shall be crowned. Praised be you, my Lord, through our sister bodily death, from whom no living one can escape. Blessed are those whom death will find in your most holy will, for the second death shall do them no harm. Praise and bless you and give you thanks. We serve you with great humility. Amen. And so on the words of Francis, we enter our examination of consciousness, aware that we are sitting in a particular place, in a neighborhood, in a city or town, in a region, in a country, on a planet, in a cosmos, and in worlds wider than we can fathom. And we enter the examen as we always do in gratitude and lift to the eyes of God those things for which we are most grateful, and particularly those experiences in our life when we have come to know the presence of the divine or a feeling of connectedness as we have come in touch with plant and animal, mountain and sea. Let's recall for a moment the instances in our lives when we found the presence of God in the created world. And as we remember those moments, perhaps childhood moments, perhaps just this week or before, we move then into our life of late and the experiences that we've had in these moments of sheltering in place, in our homes, in our offices, alone or with others. How did we become aware of the presence of God in bird and tree, in our own bodies, in the life that has been created for us in the wood of the chair, in the water from the tap, in the rain from the sky, and the sunrise? Where have we noticed in simple ways the presence of God in these days? And as we wander through our days in this pandemic time, let us notice too where there was intimacy and connection, where we found ourselves closer, perhaps unexpectedly, to those we know and love, to those we haven't known quite so well, to those we've lost touch with, and to ourselves. Where did we find God in the human beings of our lives, friend and family, and all those around us? And of these experiences, let's hold one in our heart for which we are most grateful. A pearl of great price that has come to us even at a time of suffering. A gift we may have been given that was perhaps unexpected. And because we are limited people, there have been moments when we have forgotten, when we have thought ourselves the creator instead of the created, when we have allowed our fears and our anxieties to overtake us, forgetting the lilies of the field are in your care. Let's remember too those moments when our forgetfulness led us away from a tether to our God and to the earth and to each other. And so of all these things, sweet memories, unexpected blessings, sadnesses at having forgotten, lift one to the light of God, to give thanks for it, or to ask for healing on it, or simply to share it with the God who loves us in every moment. And now let's imagine tomorrow, at our moment of waking. Imagine the first thought that comes to mind, given the light of God that has shone upon us today. Imagine the first look out the window, the first step out the door, the first deep breath of consciousness as one among God's creatures and Francis's companions in this created world. How might tomorrow be richer, deeper, more aware than today? And finally, we end as we began in gratitude for these gifts of simply a moment to be together as community, to link arms, to offer silent support, and to recall that we are always joining a prayer in progress among individuals and among the larger created world. And so we close with another prayer by Browning. Earth's crammed with heaven, and every common bush of fire with God. But only those who see take off their shoes. The rest sit round it and pluck blackberries. Let us feel the holy ground beneath us and beside us and give thanks. Amen.
Thanks. Again, good to see you all for coming in for a little time together. And just to let you know, on Thursday, Kathy Coffey Gunther, one of our spiritual directors, will be leading us in a prayer to reduce anxiety. Just in case anybody's feeling a little stressed these days, you might enjoy it. But thanks again for joining us, and we will see you soon. Have a great day, everybody.
Great to see
Thank
you
you
all.
so much.